begin. Yes, Shreyas.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta. Good morning, Shreyas.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, first of all, happy photography day to all.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Happy
this is a
photography.
photo. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this is a photo clicked by me when we went to Purandar, a place.
Hmm.
Ma'am, it is a zoom pic of a leaf.
These pictures are clicked by you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is a photo of the valley with such a beautiful greenery.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, this is from the same. Oh, 1 minute. Sorry, ma'am.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ma'am, as you can see, we can see the gray shades of the mountain one behind the another.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, this is the picture of the valley from up.
Okay.
Like from the top of the hill. Ma'am, this is a photo which was clicked by me when we were on a ropeway in Jabalpur. There was a fall known as Dhuadhar Fall.
Mm-hmm.
It's located in Jabalpur. And ma'am, ma'am, these both are the mountains of marble, which are full of marble. And I clicked this photo when we were on a boat, and when we were looking at them, we were riding.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. And ma'am, this is a photo
Uh,
clicked by me when we went to a place with with my mom's friends, and
mm-hmm.
there were many children playing, so I clicked of two of them playing with the tire.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Very good. Very good. Very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Keep it up, Shreyas. Very good. Who's the next student? Very nice, Shreyas. Very nice. Atharva,
Thank you, ma'am.
would you like to do the presentation? Your presentation?
Yes, ma'am. So should I first show you the image?
Yes, please go ahead.
So, ma'am, this is the image I've taken. It's from net.
Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll just, yeah.
So, ma'am, can
It
I
is
now?
not visible. It is not visible. Yeah,
Ma'am, it's an image of a desert.
but you just you are also not visible. I want to click a picture along with you as well. Yeah, this is fine. Let's continue, beta.
Yes, ma'am. So the title of the composition is Starry Night.
Hmm.
This image is of a cold wintry night in the Thar Desert. The tourists who have visited the Thar Desert are trying to keep their bodies warm by gathering around the bonfire. We can see that they are dancing and singing around the bonfire and having fun. The sand here looks to be of golden color. There are about billion stars in the sky that are shining and looking on the sand with their bright color. The magic of shadows and light on the sand due to illumination from the bonfire, the landscape and the wide open sky looks like a splendid work of paint on a canvas. These people are enjoying the vacation in such a natural place which offers a vast space and a pure atmosphere. Although this place is full of loneliness and varying temperatures, this picture gives a message that how it can be also full of music, enjoyment, and life.
Yes,
Thank you.
very true, very true. Very nicely briefed about it. Very good,
Ma'am, I
Atharva. Very
forgot
good.
to I forgot to tell the picture composition of my PPT.
Yes,
So,
yes.
ma'am, can I?
Yeah, let us see what Priyanshu wants to say,
Okay,
beta.
ma'am.
Okay. Very good, Atharva. Keep it up. Very nice. Well done.
Thank you,
Well done.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so this is the World Photography Day, and the picture chosen by me is this.
1 minute, beta. Just go on to the previous slide, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And
Yes.
my favorite picture which I've chosen is this picture. This
Hmm.
is the cake which my mother had made the last means the last Sunday on
Okay.
so to celebrate the marks with the good marks which I and my younger sister had got. And so, ma'am, this is a vanilla cake, and my mother used a pink and blue cream
to decorate it, and inside also she filled the pink cream to make it more delicious, and it was more delicious than that which is sold in the markets, and
Okay.
it was also very cheap. Means my mother did not spend much money expenditure on that cake.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So that
So,
was
mhm.
so that was the most one of the most delicious cakes I've ever eaten.
How sweet. And it was more precious because it was made by your mom, right? She took a
Yes,
lot of
ma'am.
efforts.
And ma'am, I just want to add that it was the second cake which my mother had made for since July.
Okay. Okay. It was a second cake. Good. Good.
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
It was
And
tasty. All right.
yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. This was small.
All right. All right. Okay. Very good. Very good, Priyanshu. Very nice. Yes, Shreyas, would you wanted to say something about your PPT?
Ma'am, I wanted to say that for the PPT I made a story from it. So can I tell for the
It's a
picture
story.
Yes, ma'am. A small short story.
All right. All right. Yeah, quickly say it, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the story starts like this. Hello friends, I am Camera, an app in Shreya's mom's mobile, which
Hmm.
is Vivo Z1 Pro. I like to click interesting photos and I have always clicked the best photos, just same as my friend Google has. He is a very interesting as well as very intelligent friend I have ever met. There are more like Chrome, but I don't like them. As I was telling, I always click the best photos, but some photos that were clicked by me and Shreyas were the best. I remember that it was a rainy day when his family was getting ready to go to Purandar. I wondered which place was it, but I asked Google to see the place and describe it. He told that it was a very beautiful place. I was very excited. I was very happy when we reached Purandar, especially when he took his mom's mobile out from her purse to click the photos. He clicked many photos. I also saw the beauty of the place, the grey shades of the mountain one behind another, the zoom pic of the leaf, the valley full of greenery. But I'm very happy now that for his photography day PPT he's using the photos which we have clicked. Happy photography day to all.
How sweet. Very nice. You have personified the camera, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Okay. Physically done. Do it physically. Do it physically. Come on, give a big round of applause to all these participants. Very good. Very good. All right. So let's begin with our chapter. We were about to start the new, we have already started the new chapter in literature, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Stiff and sore of foot I was in the morning as I went down the long, narrow street into Chatham. Feeling that I could go but very little way that day, I resolved to make the sale of my jacket its principal business. Accordingly, I took the jacket off and carrying it under my arm, began a tour of inspection of the pawn shops. At last,
1 minute. Somebody has unmuted themselves. Please mute. Who is it?
ma'am, actually, it was my sister shouting behind me.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And then, began a tour of inspection of the pawn shops. At last, I found one that seemed suitable, with second-hand sailors' clothes, oilskin hats, and the trays of rusty keys. When I entered the shop, an ugly old man, with the lower part of his face all covered with a stubbly gray beard, seized me by the hair of my head. Oh,
Mm.
what do you want? Grinned this old man in a fierce, monotonous whine. Oh,
Mm.
my eyes and limbs, what do you want? Oh, Guru, Guru. I wanted to know, I said, trembling, if you would buy a jacket. Oh, let's see the jacket, cried the old man. Oh, my heart on fire, show the jacket to us. Oh, my eyes and limbs, bring the jacket out. With
Mm.
that, he took his trembling hands out of my hair and put on a pair of spectacles.
Mm.
Oh, how much for the jacket? Cried the old man after examining it. Oh, Guru, how much for the jacket? Half a crown, I answered, recovering myself. Oh, my eyes! No, cried the old man. Oh, my limbs. No. 18 pence. Guru.
Hmm.
Every time he uttered this ejaculation, his eyes seemed to be in danger of starting out. Well, said I, glad to have closed the bargain. I'll take 18 pence. Oh, my liver, cried the old man, throwing
Hmm.
the jacket on a shelf. Get out of the shop. Oh, my eyes and limbs. Guru, don't ask for money, make it an exchange. I never was so frightened in my life, before or since. But I told him humbly that I wanted money and that nothing else was of any use to me. I said I would wait for it outside and had no wish to hurry him. So I went outside and sat down in the shade or in a corner.
Hmm.
The old man made many attempts to induce me to consent to an exchange,
Hmm.
at one time coming out with a fishing rod, at another with a hat, at another with a flute. I resisted all these offers and sat there in desperation, each time asking him, with tears in my eyes, for my money or my jacket.
Hmm.
At last, he began to pay me in halfpence at a time and was full 2 hours getting to a shilling.
Hmm.
Oh, my eyes and limbs! He then cried, peeping out of the shop after a long pause. Will you go for 2 pence more? I
Hmm.
can't, I said. I shall be starved. Oh, my lungs and liver! Will you go for 3 pence? I would go for nothing if I could, I said, but I want the money badly.
Hmm.
Oh, Guru, will you
Hmm.
go for 4 pence? I was so faint and weary that I closed with this offer and taking the money went away more hungry and thirsty than I had ever been, a little before sunset. But at an expense of 3 pence, I soon refreshed myself and being in better spirits then, limped 7 miles upon my road. My bed at night was under another haystack where I rested comfortably after having washed my blistered feet in a stream. When I took the road again next morning, I found that it lay through a succession of hop grounds and orchards. It was sufficiently late in the year for the orchards to be ruddy with ripe apples, and in a few places the hop pickers were already at work. I thought it was all extremely beautiful and made my mind to sleep among the hops that night.
That night. Okay, okay, 1 minute. So we saw that the previous day, like he slept, he got up early in the morning, okay, and then now you remember when he sold his coat, the waistcoat. He at that time only he had intended that now the next turn will be his jacket, right? So he wanted to sell his jacket, and therefore he entered a shop. Now, what do you think? How was the behavior, or looking at the words this shopkeeper was using? How was he? What do you think
He was
about it?
scared and trembling.
Yes.
Ma'am, maybe he wanted to be a doctor in his
Uh,
childhood.
why? Because he was using those words, limbs,
Yeah.
hearts, eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So basically, this shopkeeper caught him up. He initially wanted to have sell his jacket with lots of money, but the shopkeeper was not ready for it. All right. Initially, he said, "Okay, I'll give you 18 pence." Right. And so he thought, "Okay, give me the money. I'll go back." But then, what did he do? He instantly threw him out of his shop. And what he changed his mind. Now, what did he wanted to do? He wanted to take the jacket in exchange of any of the stuff which is available in his shop. Okay, so the shopkeeper tried so many times when this guy when David was just sitting outside the shop waiting for him to pay his money for the jacket. So he thought, maybe I'll wait out, he will not be in a hurry for him to pay the money. But then till the time he was waiting outside, the shopkeeper tried his level best to convince David so that he could exchange his jacket with any of one of the items. So the first time, once he comes up with initially, what did he come up with? The first offer which he gave him was,
One pence.
instead of money, what was the first offer did he give him?
Fishing rod.
Yes, first he came up with the fishing rod, and then he said no to the fishing rod. Then
Hat.
hat. Okay.
And
Second
then
was,
with a flute.
yes, and third with the flute. So he wanted David to just exchange his jacket in with these items, okay, instead of having instead of giving him money. But David was very firm that he badly wanted the money, right? Because he was starving. So one by one he tried to convince him. Now it was almost 2 hours, it took almost 2 hours for him to get back his money. He was waiting either for the money or for his jacket. So finally, he came up, he started giving him offers, 1 pence, 2 pence, and 3 pence. And then finally David got exhausted and he said, okay, I agree to for 3 pence. And then he took away the money from that shopkeeper.
Ma'am, for 4 pence, no?
No, for 3.
No, ma'am, for 4 he agreed
Yeah,
for
for 4 pence, correct, for 4 pence. So for 4 pence, they closed the deal. He took away the money, and then out of the 4 pence, 3 pence, he soon used for what? What
Ma'am,
did
to
he use?
refresh himself.
To refresh himself. Okay. So, and then again, he started his long journey until he reached the night time. Now, this is the second night, okay, which he would be spending on the haystack.
Hashtag.
Right. So now let's see what was his experience on this night, okay, when he got up. So what was his experience? Will tell me, was he able to rest comfortably?
Yes, ma'am, he was able to rest comfortably.
Okay. So after spending the night on the haystack, again the next morning he got up. Now let's see, this is which day now?
Ma'am, the second day.
Second day or third day?
Day 3.
Day 3. Day 1.
Day 1 he ran.
Yes.
Day 2 he
Yes, ma'am.
slept on a
Correct.
haystack
Yes, ma'am. Day
near the
3.
old school, and now day
Yeah. So this is day 3. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
So let's continue. Would you like to continue reading?
Ma'am, can I? Shreyas?
Okay. Aditya also wanted to read. Yes, Aditya?
No, ma'am, after Shreyas I can read.
Okay. Shreyas, you read. After you, let Aditya read.
Okay, ma'am. The trampers were worse than ever that day. Some of them were furious looking ruffians who started at me as I went by, called after me to come back and speak to them, and when I took to my heels, stoned me. Afterwards, when I saw any of these people coming, I turned back until I could find a hiding place, where I remained until they had gone out of sight. On the 6th day of my flight, I came at last upon the bare white downs near the Dover, and then set foot in the town itself. I inquired about my aunt among the shopkeepers, but not liking my appearance, they generally replied, without hearing what I had to say, they had that they had got nothing for me. I felt more miserable than I had done at any period of my running away. My money was all gone. I had nothing left to dispose of. I was hungry, thirsty, and worn out, and seemed as distant from my aunt as if I had remained in London. At length I went into a little shop and inquired if they could have the goodness to tell me where Miss Trotwood lived. A young man turned round quickly and said, "My mistress, what do you want with her, boy?" "I want to speak to her, if you please," I replied. "To beg of her, you mean?" She roared. "No, indeed," I said, but suddenly remembering that I came for no other purpose, I was silent. Ma'am, may I read more?
Okay. Just stop because almost, let me explain this. There are 3 minutes. Okay. So Aditya, you get the turn in the next class. Will that be fine?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So the next morning when he got up, so how was his experience? What did he encounter? What did he saw?
Ma'am,
Why was he hiding?
And because there were very ferocious looking ruffians who wanted to talk to him, but when he started running, so they stoned him.
Stoned him.
Ma'am, but what is the meaning of stoned?
yes.
Throwing stones
Oh,
at him,
Ma'am, okay.
hurting him with stones.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
So after that, ma'am, if he saw that all those people were coming after him, so he used to run and then find a place of hiding, and then he used to hide that place until they all were gone.
Yes, yes. So he got afraid of them, and then he was hiding until they all left that place. All right. Then almost, it was the 6th day of his entire journey. Okay. By the time he could reach that destination, what did he do? When he reached that destination, were the people over there helping him out, or guiding him? Whatever answers he was asking,
No,
and
ma'am,
what
Ma'am,
was
they
but
were
his
not
first?
listening to
Yes.
his
Yes, yes.
questions, and they were telling that you are no use to me.
Yes. See, looking at his appearance, nobody entertained him. Nobody gave reply to whatever he was asking. And what was his condition till day 6?
He
He
was
had no money
thirsty,
left with him. He was thirsty. He was
hungry, and
hungry.
worn out.
and ma'am was no one was ready to hear his story or anything.
Yeah.
What happened,
Why? What was the reason?
ma'am?
Looking at
Because
While
just because
looking
of
at
his
his
appearance.
appearance,
appearance, his condition, nobody entertained him, nobody replied to him. And what was he inquiring all about? What did he wanted to know?
ma'am,
Ma'am, like where the
his
Miss
hand was.
Trotwood lived.
Yes. How is Miss Trotwood connected to him?
Ma'am,
He's his
she's
aunt.
his aunt.
Aunt. Okay. He was looking for his aunt, Miss Trotwood.
Trotwood.
Okay. So now, among all the people whom he was asking and nobody was giving him answer, there was one person who replied to him. What did he tell him? What conversation they had?
Ma'am, firstly he met Miss Trotwood's maid.
Hmm.
Then the boy asked the young woman, what do you want with means is where Miss Trotwood lives. So the maid said that what do you want with her?
Hmm.
Then he said that I want to speak with her. Can you please tell me where does she live?
Hmm.
She said that do you want to beg of her means to ma'am to type of lend money or something like that.
Yes, yes, yes. Are
Then
you looking
he
for any
said
help
that
from her? Yes.
indeed,
But why
no,
why she said that? Looking at her condition,
by
maybe she
looking
thought
at
the
his
maid.
appearance,
Yes.
She
she told
thought
that
that
what do you want
Maybe
with me?
he is in need of money, and that's the reason he is asking for the aunt. All
yeah.
First
right.
he said to the maid that no, indeed I want to talk to her with due to some other reason, but after a minute became silent and thought that I have no other reason to go to her.
Yes, yes. Okay. So we'll stop here for today. Let's continue the next class then.
Yes,
I
Yes,
ma'am.
hope
ma'am.
everybody understood the story till here.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.